God's gonna let me find her.
With no new leads, the family returns to the psychic investigators, who had first pointed Lynn in Tia's direction.
Thanks for seeing us again. We'll try to help you however we can.
And just as before, the psychic sisters have another stunning and disturbing revelation.
I'm feeling something hot.
I smell fire, and then I start seeing an image. It was a person, so when I see those images, I put them together. We felt that this person liked to set a lot of fires.
This person has an obsession with fire.
It's a description that matches Tia's boyfriend, Clarence Jr. Jackson.
We had known that Junior was a firebug. They would do big bonfires. He liked the idea of fire.
Well, what?
Lynn has long been convinced that Tia knows more than she let on, and now the psychics are pointing to her boyfriend Junior as well. But Lynn and the investigators are left wondering how they might be connected to Christine's disappearance. Finally, on January 28th, 2010, Lynn receives a letter promising to answer precisely that question.
This letter just came out of nowhere. You could have knocked me over with a feather. Stuff like that doesn't happen. That happens in the movies or TV. It doesn't happen in real life. It just doesn't happen.
An inmate in a Tennessee prison tells Lynn he knows what happened to her daughter.
He said he would give me what I had been looking for 2 years.
The letter essentially says he knows what happened to Christine.
This letter was from Junior Jackson.
Clarence Jr. Jackson, Tia's housemate and boyfriend. The psychic sisters were right. Someone who loves fire is involved.
Junior was in jail for arson. He torched the next door neighbor's house.
In the early stages of the investigation, Junior had insisted he knew nothing about Christine's disappearance. But now, facing up to 15 years in prison, he changes his story.
In an effort to try to get out of jail sooner, Junior told her that he had information that would lead to the discovery of Christine's body.
The letter implied, without outright saying it, that she was deceased and that he knew where she was.
Over 2 years of looking for my daughter and hitting roadblocks and then overcoming roadblocks and hitting more. It was like we're finally going to get somewhere. I could actually see the light. I knew it was there, but I could actually see it now.
Within literally a matter of hours of receiving the letter, investigators were on a plane down to Tennessee to try and work something out with prosecutors down there.
Once in Tennessee, they meet with Junior to propose a deal.
Junior realized that he had information that he knew we wanted.
We got your letter, Junior. We're here to talk about a deal. That's right. But you gotta help me first.
If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I know you want to know where Christine is, and I can help you with that.
Junior immediately confirms that Christine is dead.
I want these arson charges dropped. The charges get dropped, I'll tell you where you can find Christine's body. You know where her body is. Why is that, Junior? Did you kill her? I didn't kill Christine.
Junior insists he was not the murderer, but investigators are skeptical.
It's always risky to make a deal with an inmate because there's always the issue of credibility.
How do I know you're not lying to me now that you didn't kill Christine? I know what Christine's body is, but I had nothing to do with the murder. Nothing.
I was willing to do what I needed to do to get this information.
If you help us recover Christine's body, I'll work to get your arson charges dropped. But I have one condition. What's the condition? After we recover the body, you take a polygraph test. And if you're lying, deal's off.
Once he took the polygraph examination, if he flunked it, he's going to clam up because he's going to know he's going to jail. So that's the way we handled the case.
All right. You got a deal. She's buried behind the River House Inn. Got a pen and paper? I'll draw you a map.
Investigators immediately return to Maryland and begin to excavate the location Junior identified. A secluded area behind a bed and breakfast in Snow Hill, Maryland that Junior and Tia knew very well. It's where they fell in love.
Both Junior and Tia had worked there. Tia worked as a housekeeper there, and Junior worked just doing general maintenance. The search of the burial site was a very involved process. The search went on all day long.
Keep your eyes open while you're digging. You don't want to miss anything.
February 19th, 2010, I got a call from one of my sources that police were swarming this bed and breakfast in downtown Snow Hill.
I think I got something.
Finally, after hours of digging, the earth gives up its secrets to the investigators.
This is a body that law enforcement had been searching for over 2.5 years.
The skull's completely crushed.
The medical examiner was able to confirm that this was Christine Sheddy.
It came down to dental records for them to figure out that this was actually Christine, confirming Lynn's worst fears.
You get a sense of relief that you finally have what you've been looking for, but you can't overlook the fact that this is somebody's daughter. This is somebody's mother. This is not a happy moment. There's no comfort in it, really.
Christine's mother is left to share the devastating news with her young grandchildren.
I said, remember when I told you your mom was missing? And they said, yeah. And I said, well, she's been in heaven this whole time. It was relief to get Christine back, to be able to make Christine to rest properly.
Lynn had called up and said, oh, thank God, my journey's ended and Christine is home with us now and we can bury her.
Christine's body has finally been discovered, but the full truth about her murder has yet to be revealed. With his deal in place, Junior sits down to tell the whole story.